let's pretend this is connected, because it is not. But I like the illusion. It's not even turned on. Let me turn it on, jeez. Okay, so I want to talk some more about Open Water. Here it is, oh, gorgeous, gorgeous girl, by Caleb Azumah Nelson. Such a wonderful writer, poetic writer. Like, I'm eating up every page. I will be honest though, it's a little bit different from what I usually read. Usually I read like a fantasy, a little bit like novel. Like, this is kind of like a novel, but it feels like it's poems and a novel in one. It makes more sense when you read it, but it's gold once you get past the like, wait, I'm not used to this. I love that the pages are like, you can't tell, but the pages look kind of like ruffled, like they've been ripped and reused into this, and it gives it kind of this really cool, just, I don't know. I found this book in an alleyway, and like 2 cats are fighting over it, because I mean, like, maybe cats like to read in that specific alleyway, and you were like, oh wait, no, I want the book, and you grabbed the book and dusted it off, and it ended up being this like beautiful, rustic masterpiece. I'm getting weird, but that was the first thing that popped in my head. Anyway, so it's a romance with 2 beautiful characters. The names, I don't know, they don't really say their names through the book, unless maybe I just suck at reading and I didn't catch their names. But there's a photographer and a dancer, and they meet each other at a party, and like before they meet each other, the main guy, the photographer, he's like, oh, to his friend, you gotta have me meet that girl. She's fine. Except he didn't say fine. He was like, he said something that was actually really nice. Like, she looks amazing. I have to meet her. And they meet and they become friends. And as you know, with 2 hot people who have a lot in common, feelings start to get involved, complications. And that basically is what occurs. They're like hanging out and getting to know each other, and then suddenly it's like, oh, like, wear my hoodie, and then suddenly it's like, oh, like, let's eat ice cream together, let's talk about philosophy and things we care about, and then suddenly it's, what are we? And that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm a little bit more than halfway, so I felt like I had the ability to discuss the book. So now here I am discussing 75% of what I know. He writes like it's a poem in a way. It's very hard to pinpoint what I mean by that, but he repeats certain phrases over and over for an emotional effect, and adds like similes and symbolism in there to really get you going. And I think it's very beautifully written, because it just feels and seems to add more depth into the main character, and showing that he is a very feeling, emotional human being in the best way possible. And I think that's really important. There's not a lot of media that I've seen where it shows Black men truly showing the full colors of the rainbow of who they are. And I appreciate that entertainment like this can dive into, you know, this is happening to me, and I honestly don't know what to feel about it. I feel crushed, I feel alone, I don't know what to feel. But then you see him say, you know, I know everybody wants me to be strong. Let me see if I can find it. It was very beautiful. I found the page right here. I found it. We're just gonna read a little bit. This is basically a spoiler. He is grieving the loss of his grandmother and other things that I don't remember at this specific moment from the book. And he's just talking about how he's feeling, the photographer. And it wasn't that day or the day after, but sometime after that, you cried in your kitchen. You were alone in your house and had been for a week or so, headphones sending sound into silence, a tender crone stretched across drums designed to march you towards yourself. In an easy rhythm, the rapper confesses his pain, and so you stop and ask yourself, how are you feeling? Be honest, man. You're sweeping debris across the kitchen tiles, reaching into the corners for far-flung flecks, moving the brush in an easy rhythm. You begin to confess your joy, your pain, your truth. You dial your mother, but she is still very far away, wrestling with the grief of her mother's passing. You want to tell her that you miss her mother, to confess that you lost your God in the days your grandmother lost her body and gained her spirit, to tell her you couldn't face your own pain until now. She would need you to be intact, you think. You end the call you initiated. You dial for your father, but you know he will not have the words. He will hide behind a guise, and he will tell you to be a man. I like it. I tried not to like read the whole page because I know people like me that are watching this that have short attention spans, but I mean, that's just a little snippet of just how thoughtful the writer was and how thoughtful the character is of just being aware of how he's feeling. Yeah, that's basically it. I am thinking that I will finish this and talk about it a little bit more later, and get on to my next book. I'm trying to decide. I was kind of thinking The Great Gatsby because I've seen the musical with the original cast, I've seen the movie, I've read the book, so I was thinking, oh, that'd be really interesting. I was considering Interview with a Vampire because I'm starting to really love the show, but I'm still not sure. I don't know if anybody cares to, if you want to say a good book that you have going on. I have a plethora downstairs in my little bookshelf. I'll skim, and that's it. Thank you for watching.